What's up, Sagittarius? This is going to be a love forecast for the second half of April. This is for my Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you're new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings, guys. All the info for that's in the description box of the video. There is a wait for a reading with me, so if you wanted to explore your options, I've put a link to Mystic Sense, my affiliate, in the description box as well, which is a great company that offers access to lots of psychics and readers located all over the world at any given time. And if you go through the link I've provided, they're going to give you your first 5-minute reading free. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. So Saggy, we're going to do person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? And then the projected potential outcome for the second half of April. And I say potential because, guys, outcomes can do and will shift for you depending on your state, who you are believing yourself to be, the identity that you're embodying out of infinite states, and that's driving your actions, inactions, reactions, your daily thoughts, your assumptions, and your choices. So the version of said specific person that you have selected out of infinite, because all versions exist at once, and the version of the connection that is playing out on this current timeline. So you can shift and change and tweak anything to your liking. Please go look into the law of assumption. I incorporate it into my readings, and there are plenty of great coaches online that will teach you about it. I always recommend Manifesting with Kimberly, Dylan James, Kim Velez. So how does this person feel towards Saggy as we move through the second half of April? I saw the Judgment card and the Justice card and the Seven of Swords, something that needs to be made right, Saggy. There could have been an avoidance or a dishonesty. Please don't let anything trigger you guys. Sometimes Seven of Swords is just avoiding issues. Some of you, there's been something dishonest. We do have 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and there's a Judgment card. So this is like a comeback round or a second chance, or wanting to be accountable for something. It's definitely a revival kind of an energy after something that has left a coldness between the two of you. And 10 of Cups would be happily ever after. So we've got 6 of Cups in the reverse and King of Pentacles in the reverse, Saggy, with the Queen of Wands. Some of you, there's been questions around loyalty and commitment. King of Pentacles in reverse. For others of you, there's been issues that have caused a disconnect between the two of you, and it could be around financial matters. I have an Emperor card here, so this could be a boss figure that you're dealing with, or a husband or a father figure, or that could be you, Sag. Family could be playing into this. Children could be playing into this. There's definitely something that has caused some kind of maybe a rift or a disconnect. But Emperor card's about taking control of matters, building a structure. Queen of Wands, Sag, this person, I mean, that's you in a feminine energy, very attracted to you. You know, some of you are coming across, maybe Queen of Wands can be a little bit with or without you. So maybe this person has done something and you have sort of disconnected or pulled back in some kind of a way. Maybe you're focusing on self. The 6 of Cups in the reverse, there's issues that need to be reconciled and revisited that have caused like, you know, regret or disappointment. So maybe this person, it's like they want to be accountable for that, or take responsibility for what needs to be shifted. For those of you where there's been issues to do with loyalty, there's this sense of maybe wanting to be accountable for that. Lover's card, strong love connection. Page of Swords. How does this person feel about you, Saggy? I mean, they're definitely eyeing you. Or they could feel neutrally that it's that way. Maybe you keeping an eye on one another. I mean, there could be some trust issues or something. King of Pentacles in the reverse. There also could just be fears around being stable, right? Like having the right structure in place for the future. And that could cause certain behaviors that then make, you know, cause a disconnect between the two of you. And it might just be coming down to fears of inadequacy, financially. I mean, 5 of Pentacles can be fears of feeling abandoned. So maybe this person has been acting some kind of a way because of that, or they feel like what you're doing is making them feel abandoned. Now, I'm not giving you shit, Sag, and I only read these for context, you know, on the current timeline, as I said. So this is one version of said connection. This person's not a robot. They have their own individual fears, actions, reactions, whatever, but it's still all filtered through you and your state, and it's the version you're selecting. So if you want to change that, nothing to change but self, the coaches will help you with that. We've got a Page of Pentacles and a Ten of Swords. How does this person feel about you, Saggy? Opportunity here to get past some pain. Some of you, there's betrayal in here. And I pointed that out from the beginning, or there's a betrayal wound story between the two of you. You know, and I'll get a little bit more information on that. For some of you, choices have played into this because Lover's card is there, and the Queen of Wands sometimes can be the other woman person. So some of you, that could be like an ex that's playing into it because family, children, and for others of you, there's been like something like a dishonesty or whatever. But there's a wanting to be accountable and get past this energy and heal. The Star card, they still have hopes to heal with you. And then Eight of Wands is communication. And the Moon card is well, it's fears that could have been blocking this. So for those of you where it's not been actual betrayal, it could just be like, I said to you, this person has been feeling unready or inadequate in some way to really step up to the plate. And that could be old fears of inadequacy. Or they could have been like acting cold or distant. Five of Pentacles is cold, distant energy, you know, feeling left out in the cold. Either they feel that their behavior has left you out in the cold, or you've reacted to them and they feel left out in the cold. But really what's coming up, guys, and in the end, it doesn't matter. It's just that everyone's you pushed out. If this person was acting away and you retaliated, they're feeling left out in the cold and also aware that their behaviors is something maybe to do, it's psychological, like it's a fear. The Moon card is how we've been nurtured. Now there could be father issues coming up here, like daddy issues. The Six of Cups is our past, it's childhood stuff that need to be revisited, because if we go to the Five of Cups, which is the previous upright card, the Five of Cups is old spilt milk, old losses. So that could cause like a disconnect between the two of you. This person's going through healing, or they're wanting to heal with you. The Moon card is where things have been confusing, not clear. And the Lover's card is soulmate. Temperance card. You also could have lost your temper with this person, Sag, or that vice versa. They could be triggering because it's in the reverse. So things need to be tempered and balanced. Page of Wands. Also, maybe this person, there's a flirtatious energy, but it can come across maybe a bit immature. Because Page of Wands, this person could be younger than you, or they could act immaturely, or there's a bit of a tit for tat, Sag. I said that already, and I'm just channeling, so we'll see what your side of the street is, and we'll get the oracles. But the Temperance card's also about wanting time and wanting patience. So again, this could be around finances and not feeling adequate or ready, which is then causing impatience. Maybe if you've been feeling a bit that way, Sag, like maybe you felt like you wanted to disconnect from this person because it was coming across maybe as not clear or confusing. See, Knight of Pentacles has been very slow moving to get to something, you know, stable with this person. But it's in the upright. So how they feel about you, Saggy, they still see opportunity and they're still moving towards a goal. Maybe they feel like you're being impatient. I mean, and again, whatever. And I don't believe in divine timing either, guys, because all versions exist at once. All things, creation is finished. So there is a version of you and this person. If you're waiting on this person to say choose, if there's issues around that, or to commit, if there's issues around that, well, there's a version that exists already where that's what you have. But this is like, there's been impatience between the two of you, or maybe some triggering. And this is actually your energy, Sag, the Temperance card. So we've got Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, Pisces. Tell me a bit more about that Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, Empress and Emperor. So there's like been impatience, but on the other hand, how does this person feel about you, Sag? Like a match, strong love connection here, strong soul connection. These are like spiritual cards, you know, lovers, Emperor, Empress, so divine counterparts, but some fears and some blocks, or a feeling of being not ready, or unhealed wounds, or literally like financial challenges. I think also, yes, family history and things like that, past stuff that is getting in the way of this progressing at the speed maybe that you would like, Sag. Yeah, as I said, past stuff. And I was looking at that Six of Cups, and what did I say to you guys about the Six of Cups? There's a need to confront the Five of Cups, which is old spilt cups. So this person has a lot of fears. It could be fears of abandonment, fears of inadequacy, or they could have regrets when it comes to how they've shown up for you. Five of Cups is regrets, but they've shown up for you in a certain way because of the reasons that I've already pointed out. There could be wounds, Moon card, buried shadow stuff that have caused confusion, mixed feelings, or there's regrets in not really choosing you to date if there have been other options or choices, guys. And so I'm not telling anyone you need to take anyone shitty or a liar or a cheater, guys, or whatever. And if you want this, like I said, first of all, don't stay anchored into a person's going to show up according to what you assume about them. The mirror will conform to the state that you're in, your beliefs about self. So if you feel you haven't been chosen, this person's showing up on this timeline and not choosing. There's a version where you are chosen. There's something maybe being reflected, and you may be mirroring back to them their fears, and you don't need to worry about them healing and, you know, divine timing and all of that. You're impatient, Sag. If you've been impatient with them, you don't need to worry, because if you're frustrated with the mirror, forcing the mirror to change is the wrong way of going about it. So for those of you that want to shift this, go and have a look at the coaches that I recommended, because the mirror will change for you once you change, once you shift into the state of having that which you desire and make new assumptions about the person. They must reflect back to you, your state and your assumptions and your beliefs, okay? All right, Sag. So that Lovers card, they want to talk to you, Eight of Wands, they want to come out of some confusion. They do have regrets. Depending on your story, the regrets are going to be different. There's also old unhealed wounds. Right now, they're a bit in this sort of energy of not feeling very stable, but wanting to resolve things with you. And they're still slow and steadily working towards a goal here for the Emperor and the Empress. Now, Queen of Wands, for some of you, this is taking time because you're dealing with a person that has another connection. And that's a very small portion of you where there's children in the mix and whatnot, because that's mother, father, husband, wife energy. Okay, or for some of you, there's been like third-party energy or betrayal, even though this is the goal for the two of you, because this person had, you know, wasn't choosing or was, you know, maybe playing up because there was some fears or a retaliation kind of an energy. So let's look at your side of the street, Sag. Let's look at Saggy. How do you feel about this person as we move through second half of April? King of Swords, Sag. So, and the Page of Cups. So you do see like opportunity with this person. You feel like this person can maybe come across as a bit cold. I said there was a coldness, but then I saw King of Wands. But when it's hot, Sag. So that's mutual attraction and chemistry. And then there's the Death card and the Strength card. You don't know if you have the strength to continue. Something needs to be changed or transformed. How does Sag feel about this person? Temperance card in the reverse, Sag. You also have Temperance in the reverse that I just saw. Devil, Chariot card, big cards, World, all major arcana. Something's really challenging you here, Sag. I mean, I think that you have a strong pull with this person. The Devil card, like, this is obsessive type energy. It's also attraction, but it's also challenging you in some way. You know, it could feel a bit toxic. You're trying to move things along. You want to move in a positive direction, but there could be cycles. The Devil card, you know, it's like you feel like you can't let go, but on the other hand, you want to move along. And I did see that Temperance card in the reverse, so maybe it's testing your patience. The World card, like, close out the cycles or close it out. I think you're at that sort of stage. Yeah, there's 10 of Wands in the reverse. And then the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. They've got the Seven of Cups in the upright with the Five of Cups. I said there's regrets around the confusion and maybe not choosing. And you definitely want to come out of confusion, and you've definitely been weighed down by a lot of indecision and confusion. Now, Sag, again, the Devil card can be toxic. This is addictions, but it could be like being addicted to a certain mindset, guys. So if you wanted to change this, you want this person, say, to choose you and to move things along, nothing to change but self. It might be a belief system you have. This could be reflecting back to you something toxic that you believe, like that you're not chosen, that you're not appreciated, you're not loved, you're not prioritized. Some of you want to break free altogether, and that's totally okay. There's still something here that can be used for you to shift into a new state, a new identity, a new version of Sag that has then a different experience. You select a new connection, right? You can either select new version of this connection that's already available by shifting your state, or you can select a totally new connection altogether. Some of you, Chariot card, World card, travel is a factor here, or distance is a factor, right? Like physical distance. Tell me about this Devil card. Devil card's temptations. Maybe you have a lot of these fears of betrayal, and that could be an old wound you have, and that's what's maybe shown up. Now, Sag, I'm not giving anyone a free pass, but it's very empowering when you adopt the law of assumption and then you go, okay, the outside, if I'm on a timeline and I have old stories like I get cheated on or betrayed or I'm not chosen, and it's coming down to your belief about self, and something has crystallized in a certain way, there's opportunity to not have that experience. Or, you know, often if we anticipate things unknowingly, like say we have a subconscious belief about self, then that drives fears and assumptions, then things crystallize in a certain way. So there's an opportunity to set yourself free from an old belief. Yeah, the Fool, the Five of Cups, some of you, you know, in the Moon, you both have the Moon. There's been like a mutual fear-based actions, reactions, assumptions maybe. There is some sadness, loss here between the two of you. The Fool card would be like, do I want to leave this behind and take a leap onto something new? Because there's hurt feelings here, Three of Swords, heartache. For some of you, that is in relation to things that have been hidden or concealed, or not, you know, or this is hitting on your fears of not feeling really chosen, loved, prioritized. Some of you, there's old heartache from the past, old spilt cups, and I just covered that. Like there's a pattern here that's being reflected back to you. For some of you, there is no betrayal or anything. It's just been like this very slow energy, confusing, and maybe a bit of tit for tat behaviors, and the thoughts, the assumptions that you're having, you know, like your reactions are because of old pain that you have, where you feel maybe people don't choose you, you know, aren't loving you. The Moon is definitely like feeling things are not clear. And the Seven of Cups can be these illusions. So illusions is also, I think, connected to fear. It's fear-based thinking. Like there's no separation between you and your desire and what you want, but what gets in the way is, say, being in version or state of Sag that is projecting from a belief system that, you know, not loved, not chosen, not worthy, etc. So nothing to change but self, guys. You can look into it. So what's the Moon card? The Justice card. Okay, so you feel here with the Moon, something to do with things need to be more balanced. There's an element of feeling like things have been unfair. And for some of you, there's secrecy involved here because legal matters, marriage, divorce is playing into it. Not all of you, just some of you. Otherwise, this is about justice, balance, fairness. Now, you feel like things have been not balanced and not fair. And for others of you, maybe you have been through this in the past, as I said, and this is like a karmic, recurring trigger experience story. Because justice is also like karma. Now, it's not about labeling this person the karmic. I don't do it that way, guys. I mean, you can break karma by changing who you identify as, looking at what's being triggered, the repetitive cycles, the story that's going on either in this situation that keeps going round and round, or you've experienced this many times, this trigger, this feeling, and the outside reflecting that, and you break the karma by changing story of self-concept, and identifying as a new version of self that doesn't have that belief about self, and then the outside must conform. You'll have new experiences. It's breaking the karma. You've got King of Cups, but Seven of Swords. You don't trust this person. You love them, but you don't trust this person. Seven of Swords. Either they've actually been sneaky, or they have an avoidance when it comes to their emotions, and then that triggers you. And that could be experiences that you've had in the past recurring with this person, or in the past generally. And you know, Devil card, so it's causing a lot of, you could feel like this person triggers you a lot. It could feel a bit toxic. But again, King of Cups on the other hand is in the upright, so you do feel a lot for this person. It's mixed, Sag, and you're mixed. So I would say, guys, go ahead and think about what you want to change within you, and whether with this person or without this person. They want to talk to you, Sag, so there's going to be more communication. They're trying to heal something. They're trying to heal, I think, something within, and they're trying to heal something with you. You're not really trusting them, but Sag, if you go in with the assumption that you can't trust, you will just continue to get more confirmation that you can't trust. And it will make sense to those of you who are keen to make the change and look into the law. But you both have the moon. So I think that you are mirroring each other's fears in a way, if that makes sense. Let me get the broken mirror. Yeah, deception, liar. There's something here about deception. And then mind games. I did say a bit of tit for tat, testing. Gosh. And this is coming down to like fears of inadequacy, etc. How does this person feel about Sag? Stubborn, bossy, selfish, inflexible, snooping. Okay. So there's an observation energy, stalking social media. How does this person feel about Sag? Maybe you feel this person stalks you, or there's observation. You know, we've got unknown caller, stalking, a lot about stalking, unknown numbers, or there could be this feeling, right, like you're suspicious, Sag, and maybe there are, you feel like there's other energies around. So I'm just saying that there's something here about stalking. I don't know, take it as you will. Reconciliation though, I did say to you, it's like getting back together, resolving issues. So this person wants to heal something with you. It says secretive. There's a lot about secretive. Sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. This person could also feel about you that way, Sag. So again, I'm not giving you guys shit. It's like you've got moon card and moon card. Now, this person is you pushed out on this current timeline. Okay, so things that are showing up are confirming what you believe about self, and then assumptions you have about them. And so if this person is secretive or you don't trust them, you might have selected version of person unknowingly from, you know, a fear that you have that you can't trust. And so this person's confirming that. They also could feel like you're secretive because it could be a tit for tat thing. Let's see, what else have we got? Yeah, but then intimacy, passion, coming into union, chemistry, missing you. And then we have no contact, silent treatment. It's that coldness, right? But then intimacy, passion, soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union. What did I say? Then I've got self-love. Okay, so the self-love thing, Sag. So if you can shift out of this energy, there's something here that's testing your strength in terms of you loving yourself, changing your belief about self, because this is challenging you in that way. There is a soul contract here. It goes between goes between hot and cold, Sag. So you might have a story about hot and cold, or deception, or not trusting, or not being chosen. And then this is like how it's playing out. It's so you can decide, Saggy, if you want this to be reconciled, or if you just want to change belief and move forward. And I don't tell you guys what to do. There's opportunity here though to shift things. Sorry, they wanted me to take it. For those of you, there says love affair, secrecy, third party, and then infatuation, attraction, obsession. I did say obsessions. You have like a very strong attraction, but then there's a lot of suspicion. Now, for some of you, there's actual third party energy, and for others of you, this is a lot of suspicion around that because you're feeling not chosen. And so this is like the mirror morphs into the monster. You could have a history of experiencing that, or a trigger around that when you feel someone is hot and cold and there's assumptions. Either way, guys, circumstances don't matter. So for those of you that, regardless of what's played out or seems to be playing out in your current physical reality right now, can be shifted. Third parties don't matter, none of it matters, but it's up to you. You're going to need to decide. Maybe there's a third party that's just a stalker. I don't know. Stalking. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily you, Sag, that's doing the stalking. There could be outside meddling energies, I don't know, or there's just a lot of this suspicion. you know, love affair, secrecy, or you're in a third party situation and you know that, and this person's not deciding or choosing, and this just keeps going on and on. Sorry, Sag, if that's a weird reading and it jumped around, but it's going to be up to you what you want to do with it. Let me just get you guys a romance angel real quick. Okay, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. You both have the moon, so you're kind of hiding from one another a lot. And that might be where a lot of this suspicion is coming from. More so just not revealing yourselves to each other. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, for some of you, there's actual deception. For others of you, there's avoidance, because there can be intimacy and then there can be coldness. So that's that avoidant energy. And I've got Seven of Swords and the King of Cups here. You've got that divine timing card with decide what you want, Sag. Okay, so I don't believe in divine timing, guys. This is your story. If you have a belief, oh well, if it's meant to be, this is working out, I need to, you know, in divine timing, things will happen, then that's a belief. Anything that you believe is how things are crystallizing, if you're conscious or unconscious of those beliefs. So decide what you want so that it comes to you now. If you're waiting for this person to decide, they're showing up indecisive or not choosing, you choose who chooses you, Sag. You also might decide you don't want this, and that's fine. I have reconciliation. So there's opportunity for reconciliation, and then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Moon and moon. So there's a mirror on this particular timeline where you and this person, there's things that need to be healed that's connected to old wounding. There, you pushed out though. You don't need to wait divine timing for them to heal and change and do the work, or for third parties to go away, or whatever element of this reading resonated for you. You just need to decide what you want and shift your state and select version of you that doesn't have certain beliefs that are contrary to your desire, and then make new assumptions and things crystallize in a different way. Okay, I do have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment with this person or outside of this person. It's up to you, but there's something that needs to be shifted. Okay, you decide, Sag. All right, I hope that resonated for you, and if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please, and I'll check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.